Overlords weren't supposed to come tonight, but wait. No. If Valentino and Velvet are there, that means...
Est-ce que j'interromps quelque chose, mademoiselle?
I hear someone speaking French next to me. I don't look at him because he's probably some slimy guy who wants to talk to me and knows by chance that I know French.
Non, cela n'interrompt rien.
I'm halfway through the word when I turn to look at whoever is next to me, and I'm stunned. It was him, Vox, with that imposing posture and proud of himself, with his blue striped suit that I still remember in great detail in my illustrations, which marked his defined figure.
I was passing by here with my companions. We stopped by for a drink and ran into Dreadvale. He had told us that he had come with you so that you could have a good time, and well, while they were talking, I located you and decided to come meet you in person. Illustrations.
That's nice of them. Wait, did you just call me illustrations? A huge smile appeared from side to side of his screen, revealing his blue teeth. Then he laughed and took out his phone to show me my own original illustration that I created of him.
It's you, isn't it?
I nod with the cubata churning in my stomach. My cheeks were burning. I admired this damn Pixels for his work, and having him face to face made me feel small compared to him, even though he is about 2 heads taller than me. That slender figure made me lose track of what was happening, so I took a breath through my nose and squeezed the glass so hard that I thought it was going to burst in my hands. Yes, it's me.
You have great talent, did you know? Illustrations. I'm surprised I haven't met you before, Naguini.
I was going to ask him how the hell he knew my name, but it was clear. First, he had my name on his profile. Second, he's been talking to Dreadvale a while ago.
And I know your name because I saw you on the internet recently.
Really?
Yes, in fact, I wrote to you.
He shows me his phone again, and indeed, he had sent me a message. I don't know how the hell I didn't see it.
I am interested in your work and would like to know more.
He puts the phone in his pocket and goes to the waiter.
A whiskey, please.
The waiter quickly prepared it for him and handed it to him, dragging it across the bar. I swallow again and turn to the bar, resting my arms on it.
What do you mean you want to know more?
Vox took a sip of the whiskey to address me again.
You see, there are illustrators on my team, but they don't have as much quality as your illustrations could offer me. Honestly, I received many messages from people recommending your work. At first, I didn't give it much importance until my assistant arrived with those 2 original illustrations of yours of myself, and the other 2 of my other 2 colleagues. So I decided to look for you, and I was quite perplexed, because yes, I am a very recognized image throughout the staff, but all the illustrations and banners about me have been made by people who see me every day, and obviously, they are not usually perfect. But you have been able to represent the 3 of us as if you had known us all your lives. Admirable.
I didn't know how to respond. This should be a dream. I surreptitiously pinched myself to see if this was real, and yes, it is real. I went to take another sip of the cubata, but noticing only the remains of the melted ice, I realized that it was over. I motioned to the waiter and ordered a couple of shots. I don't know how to thank you sincerely. I'm a little lost right now.
Don't they often tell you that your work is admirable?
No, it's not that. They tell me this very often. The problem is not what others tell me. It's just that what they tell me I don't fully believe. And I have thought many times that this, what I do, is not a job that deserves the attention of overlords with a higher rank.
I have a higher rank, Freckles. The V's have a good range of power in this hell. But Vox Tech, it would be nothing if we didn't have material that helps us publish and advertise what we do. My programs, objects, and technology that can help these people in hell, Valentino's porn movies, Velvet would have nothing to publish on the networks, etc. If it weren't for the illustrations and all the digital design, we wouldn't be able to do anything. At least in my company, it is an essential part, and you handle it very well.
And that means that. I hand him one of the shots he had ordered with a little push, so that it reaches him. Vox lets out a hoarse laugh that even makes my stomach flip, and the alcohol rise to my throat.
It means that.
Wow, Nagini, in the end, you have gotten what you wanted.
Asshole.
I put both hands to my face so I can avoid the embarrassment I feel right now.
You're a bastard. You told me there weren't going to be overlords.
I blurt out, blushing. I think the alcohol is starting to take effect on me.
I'm not a fortune teller, dear. I thought there wouldn't be any, except the two of us. But look, you were lucky to find who you wanted.
Points to Vox with his hand. I'm going to kill him. I see how Vox looks at me out of the corner of his eye with that look. His eyebrow arched and with that provocative tone, with that huge smile full of those blue teeth. By Satan, someone get me out of here. The alcohol plus the bile rise is to my throat and I feel like I want to vomit. I glare at Dreadvale. I'm about to say something when Vox beats me to it, taking the shot glass I offered him between his fingers.
Yes, we have already met. And since you had told me that you had come to this party so that your friend could have fun for once and not focus so much on someone recognizing her and feeling that her work is worth it, well, in a few days, she will have a meeting with me in which we will talk about the whole topic of working for my company and that both her work and her will be recognized.
I am shocked. He gestures with the shot in his hand before toasting the one I have in my hands and downing it in one gulp.
I'll wait for you on Monday at 6 in the afternoon in our building. I would love to have you in my company, Freckles. So enjoy tonight, and the next day we will talk about work issues. Ça a été un plaisir de te connaître.
With that, he left the shot upside down on the bar and walked into the crowd. My eyes followed him in perplexity until I lost sight of him completely. My heart was beating so hard that it was going to burst out of my chest. Did you just tell me in other words that you want to hire me? That you like my work? I think I'm going to faint.
Hello, hell calling Nagini.
I hear Dreadvale's voice because for a moment everything had been silent. He waved his hand up and down in front of my face to get my attention. I frown, grab his hand, and twist it.
Okay, yes you are. Let me go.
He begs for me to let him go, and that's what I do. I put the shot in my mouth and finish it in one gulp.
Congratulations, dear. I knew you would end up getting it.
I guess this new life just hit me hard again.
Come on, you were probably drooling over him and his French tone.
Don't talk nonsense. I already told you that I'm only interested in his work.
And that's why it looked like a tomato flan when you had it in front of you.
He gets too close to bother me with that perverted face. I let out a desperate sigh to the side and push him with some force, putting my hand on his face and pushing him back. I don't know what the hell just happened, but what I can say is that it was my best night ever.